What is going on, guys? My name is Jace, aka Skizzy, and welcome back to episode 7 of the 1.14 Let's Play series. We got a lot to do today. We are working on the mob farm, we are working down over at the slime farm, so let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so the very first thing that I want to talk about is a mob farm. We are going to cut down this tree really quick, or all these trees actually, all together, but we are going to be working on our mob farm. I've been AFK fishing overnight just to get a few more levels and just get some more mending books, because this bad boy right here really needs some mending on it, and if we start working on our mob farm and we get some mob spawns, I don't want that thing to break, so we're going to throw a mending book on it before we get started on the mob farm, and then we can use the mob farm to actually kind of repair it up, because it's also going to be an XP farm as well. And then, probably not in this episode, but down the road, I might eventually build a sorting system for the mob farm. You know, we're going to get probably bones, rotten flesh, gunpowder, string, whatever it is. We're going to get all of those in this mob farm, so we definitely need to build a sorting system for all that. And it's going to be pretty cool, because I haven't built a sorting system in quite a while, so I need to throw another book away. Alright, so here we go. Let's grab all of this, and then we can head over to the slime farm. And then let me just, what can I get rid of? That one. Actually, what am I doing? I got an ender chest now, so let's throw all of this in there just like that, and we can pick it back up. This thing is so useful. I can't wait to get some shulker boxes, but we need to cut all of this down so that we get some saplings from this. So let's go sleep really quick. And also I want to talk about, this bamboo farm has been putting out some bamboo while I was AFK fishing over at the slime farm. If we go over there super fast, I'll show you how much we got. We are almost one double chest full, as you can see right here. That is a ton of bamboo, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. I don't need, you know, a crazy farm. That is perfectly fine for me, and over time it's going to put out a lot more, which it's going to be pretty useful. At the moment, bamboo isn't that useful per se. I mean, we can use it in like an industrial furnace as fuel. The only thing is it doesn't really fuel that much. And like for something like that, you're gonna need like a giant bamboo farm, so we're not at that point yet. Maybe down the road when we build an industrial furnace or something a little bit more of a kind of redstone-y furnace, we can maybe link those two up and use that to power it over dried kelp, because with dried kelp you have to like double smelt it, which is kind of a weird game mechanic to kind of manipulate. But I think that is, I doubt that's all of it. I bet you there's one right up here. And I see it, yep. So let's get this guy. And I think that might be all of them. With the fancy textures on, you can see through them. So I'm just making sure there's no like solid blocks in there. And I think that's all of them. And it's getting a little laggy here. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's put these back down. So many block updates going on. I wonder what my FPS is looking like. Let's run around. Huh. I mean, like, they don't really drop that much. Like, I think it's just, I think it's just kind of weird game glitch when you have so many of these leaves that are despawning. Like, just kind of jitters your screen a little bit. So let's throw these back down. So I've just been putting this acacia in one big block, and it seems to be working, as we have like 100 acacia wood right there. So it's exactly what we need, because we are going to, at the moment, we're gonna go down to the slime farm. I'm gonna show you some of the the off-camera work I've been doing down there, just fixing up some of the rooms and filling in more of kind of the interior decorating of the build, I guess you could say. So let's throw these down, and I'm gonna I'll just let those go. Oh, well, one more. I feel like when you're placing down saplings, like you place one down, then you try to go away, and then there's one that falls again. So take those guys, and I forgot on my way over here. Kind of had some weird stuff happen. Like there was a ton of mobs in my Nether portal, and there was a creeper and it blew up. So I need to actually relight one of the. There we go. I need to relight one of the Nether portals back to the spider farm. So let's head over there, and I'll see you over there. Alright, so we're back over at the slime farm, and I'm going to go down and show you how much slime we got here in a second. We were AFK fishing, so this thing was, this bad boy was running the whole time, and we got some, like a crazy amount of slime. But right now I'm going to show you kind of what I was talking about when I was doing the interior. So obviously we did this in the last episode, but I just kind of replicated it over there, and it's not really finished over there yet. So we're going to put all of this in, maybe off camera shortly. But sorry, we'll go back down and look at the slime farm. And actually, when I looked at this a while ago, there was actually a skeleton that spawned right here. So I'm thinking right here is a spawn space, which is kind of weird because you'd think like that would light it up enough, but not that big of a deal. But if we look in here, yeah, full double chest of slime, and basically almost 2, and there we go. So yeah, so this thing has been absolutely putting out some slime balls, and we can actually flip this real quick and harvest our nether wart. So I put that, oh, there we go. I was like, oh no, it does not push it all the way, but it did. So right here we got our nether wart. Let me just fill in that row really quick. We probably have about like 30 plus whatever is in here. Let's see how much we get. 40. Oh, we have like over a stack of nether wart now. So I'm just gonna take some of this out and replant it, because we are going to need a bunch of this for some brewing, and maybe down the road we'll make some nether wart blocks or something. They're pretty cool looking blocks, so we can do that eventually. We'll put that back in there. But yeah, this is absolutely insane. We still got these 2 to fill and 1 back there, but almost, well, basically if you add these, what, almost 2 double chests full of slime balls. Like I said, guys, that is more than enough for a little single player survival world. So we're probably not going to have to ever build a slime farm or any other farm for this ever again. But right now I am going to think about where I'm going to put this mob farm, and then we can get working on it. So I'll probably do a time-lapse chat over that. So I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, so for this time-lapse chat, I think I'm going to talk about kind of mostly what is going to be going on with this mob farm. So as you can see, I am digging out a tunnel, and what I'm doing is basically making a waterway for the mobs to fall down. And then I'm basically going to use signs or something to block off the water. And then I'm going to build a rather large square top type thing. So what's going to happen is the mobs are going to fall off of their platforms onto this water platform up top, and then down into the water column, and then off into the little chamber where I'm going to kill them. So that is how this mob farm is going to work. And the reason why I'm really building this mob farm is for their drops, and mostly XP and gunpowder. So we're going to be using the gunpowder for rockets, as well as some sugarcane and the paper, and we're going to build some rockets, and that's going to be good for when we get some elytra in the next few episodes. And then also we're going to get some bones and stuff for some farms, and some like micro farms for some wheat and carrots and stuff like that, and that's going to help later with some villager breeding, which we're then going to have to use in order to build our iron farm later in the episode, probably somewhere around 10-15 area. So not necessarily anytime soon, but definitely coming up shortly. But this mob farm will be completely done by the end of this episode, or maybe like 90% done. And then in the next episode, we're probably going to get started working on kind of the sorting system and that aspect of it. But right now,
like I said earlier, we're just we're mining out the giant area, and then now we are working on sort of the platforms where the mobs are going to spawn, and then they're going to get pushed off by the water that's coming out of the dispenser, that's powered by the absorber and that whole thing. I'm sure you guys have probably already seen this farm before. If you haven't, it's pretty easy to replicate if you kind of look at how everything's done and where the dispensers and the observers are placed, as well as just the clock up top. And it's pretty expandable. You can do about as many platforms as you want and as many sections of platforms as you want as well. But this is probably the easiest kind of mob farm to build, so I highly recommend it. The shape is pretty easy to get down, and if you understand that water travels 8 blocks, then you can make it, pretty easily. So as you can see right now, I'm just building up the columns and building out the outside of the platforms, and that gives the mobs a place to fall off of from the water, and then they're going to fall down into the big chamber that I said that's going to be filled with water, and then down into the column again, and then down into the killing chamber where we're going to kill them later.
Alright guys, so we got a few layers of the mob farm done, but while I was building it, I had a kind of cool idea that we would have maybe like 3 or 4 levels coming up right here in the middle of the water, and we can build a sorry, yeah, as you can hear, that's the mob farm, like right down here. I had to put this diorite to keep the water from coming in, but I had this cool idea that we put like 3 or 4 levels coming up out of the water right here, and we kind of block it off and make like this cool, I don't even know how to really explain it, honestly. It's I'm just gonna go ahead and build it. I have this weird idea in my head as to how this will look, so I'm just gonna go ahead and build it. I think the very first thing that we're gonna have to do is build like a water retention real quick, just so water isn't getting into the redstone, because that would ruin quite a bit of redstone. Actually, really not that much, just the hopper, or the comparator clock up there at the top. So I think I'm gonna build like a water retention right here, and then we're gonna use some sand and get it all filled in, and then we're gonna do it that way. So is that gonna be I don't know if this is really a big enough area, but we can always add to it here in the future. So I think honestly we're probably gonna have to go that way a little bit more, but no worries, we can do that. I'm just gonna fill in these blocks and just like that. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna fill this in and fill it in with some sand, because that's kind of like the easiest way without sponges. We have yet to find a guardian farm. I've done quite a bit of off-camera kind of like just exploring, and I still haven't even found any yet, so I'm getting kind of worried, because I don't really want to go that far for a guardian farm, because I've done that before in past survival worlds, and it kind of sucked. It was either a super long elytra flight, or a trip to the nether, and then another super far kind of distance in the nether. So I would kind of like to stay away from that. In my past Let's Play world, or like my most recent Let's Play world, there was actually, sorry, I keep saying Let's Play world. In my past like survival just world in general, I actually had a guardian farm like a few hundred blocks from me, so like it was super close, and it was super cool because I built a pretty big guardian farm. Like I took a lot of time on it, and I enjoyed that a lot. It was so close, and it was just a ton of XP, super fast and super close to me. And like guardians, I'm pretty sure guardians are one of the most, or like the highest XP other than Blaze, I believe, but you can just get like so much guardians. And the way I built mine was like, it was a super simple farm, so it was just super cool. And I don't know if it's kind of like a unique farm in the fact that I don't know if I've really seen anybody else do it, or I haven't seen people do it in quite a while. So that might be the farm that I go for this series, if we find one, which I mean we will down the road. It's just gonna take quite a while to get there, but let's go ahead and mine this out so we can get a bit more sand. There we go. And then this side. Boom. Alright, so now, if you guys haven't really realized, this is like the fastest way to get water out, and that's just with sand, and you kind of instant mine it with your shovel. So let's do this. And yeah, so I'll get back with you guys when I'm finished, and then we can get started on building up the other layers, or either the other layers, or we'll build up kind of the blocking walls, I guess, and then we can get started on that. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so this is what we are looking at the moment. Honestly, I might just leave the natural terrain blocks down there and start doing like stone bricks coming up, because you'll probably never really look down here. If that is the case, then if you can see it from up here, then I will switch maybe just the top layer or something. Actually, I mean, I might switch some of like the around the kind of like the base of them, so those are the ones you're only going to see, because like if you look at this top layer, you only see like the first block of these ones. So I might have to do that for all of them, just if it's something you can see. But this is the kind of shape that we're going for. This farm right here, I'm pretty sure is from like Nimbom or one of those YouTubers. I'm not really too sure, but this has been shared so much in the Minecraft community that I feel like a lot of creators have kind of worked on this. So I'm probably going to build up some layers first, and then we can build the areas around it. So I need to actually hop back over here and get some dispensers, and then some observers, and that's basically kind of it. It's just a dispenser, observer, every single like block, and that's kind of how it works. And then you have a clock at the top, and it all kind of works through itself. So it's a pretty cool farm. If you haven't seen it already, I'll show you kind of more in depth here in a little bit. At the moment, I just need to find where all of my I need to find where all of my like redstone and dispensers and observers have gone. So I need to craft up a few bows right now, and make some more dispensers, because I'm running low on those. And am I out of string? Wow. Oh. And I think I can't use that anymore because it's been used. So that was a fail. But oh, there we go. Okay, so let's do this and that, and make a few more bows, just like that. We'll take that and throw that out, and we'll put this back in here. Grab some cobblestone, and we should have, yeah. So we have some redstone. So let's go in here. Dispenser. It's so annoying doing this, actually. Just the Minecraft mechanics of this need to kind of change. So I think 5 will honestly be enough. So let's just throw those back in there. I crafted up way too many. But we also do need some observer blocks, and we have some right there. So that's perfect. So let's grab that. Anything else? Cool, so let's hop back over there, and we can start working on, okay, yeah. So I was making sure I had some wood for a crafting table, and that's so that we can do some new slabs. So let's go over here, and we're gonna we'll throw down a crafting bench, and I guess that was not the first time I made planks, because I've made this boat. What the heck? So I don't know why I got that achievement, but we did. So let's do that, and that definitely should be enough. And I need to put that fishing rod back. I actually had to craft up a new fishing rod because I was holding out my pick, which got fully repaired, so not really too worried about it. But our fishing rod actually died on us, so oh no. Oh crap. Alright, well, I'm not really too sure how I'm gonna get back. I think well, I guess this is gonna show you kind of how this works down here. So I can probably leave this. I'll pillar up with some diorite or something, or actually we'll use some dirt so we can insta mine it. But we'll go right here. Oh wait, that's under that block. So we'll go right here, start going up. So these are the platforms, as you can see. So we'll go up, and one block. All right, cool. So let's just run and jump over there. Cool. and we'll put this half slab. We got to build out these half slabs, so it's gonna be super tedious. So I'll just jump cut to when I am done. Yeah, and then once we do this, we can build up the walls around it, and then that's going to give us quite a bit more drops. It's kind of doubling the efficiency of the farm. When I built this, we weren't really getting as many drops as I would like. In my last survival world, I was just getting like crazy numbers. That's because I did it out of the sky with so much lit up. I did it in the sky with so much lit up, and it was just giving me like a few mobs every second. So this one, I might have to build that big, and I might have to continue to do some lighting just around here, especially because this is now kind of coming out of the water. These platforms up here, in order for them to be as effective, they need for the ground or just the terrain around this to be lit up as well. So I'm just gonna jump cut to when I am done, and I'll see you after. Alright guys, so I just got done putting in all of the layers here, and as you can see, they are turning on and off. And like I said, I was going to show you guys the clock up here. So this is just a simple little comparator clock. So basically, you got 2 redstone down here, and the way this is going, so the redstone repeaters are facing this way, and as you can see, they're going down there into a dust, and then a comparator facing this way into this block. You click it and turn it on to subtract mode, and then you have to power it via a what is this? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what it's called. A lever. Well, okay, so this should be working. Yeah, there you go. So I have no clue. I totally brain farted what those were called. Then you have redstone going this way, and then into the 2 dust and back around. And as you can see, it kind of just loops, and it powers the dispenser, which is like right here. Which is going to trigger the observer, and so on, and it keeps like just triggering every observer, and that's how that works. But right now we are going to go ahead and break the scaffolding, and that was a lot less lag than I thought there would be. But there's also scaffolding on the other side, but I'm going to leave that in case I fall. But right now, I think I am going to build the retaining walls for the water. So like this will be water right here, but that won't. So I think I'm going to convert that into acacia and light blue concrete, as well as some stone bricks. So I'm going to get working on that, and I guess I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and then I'll show you guys a portion of me building it, and then I'll probably just jump cut to it finished. But anyways, I'm just going to clean up these areas right here, and then we can get building. Alright guys, so this is the retaining wall finished. It is looking super cool to me. The only thing that I would add is maybe some sea lanterns or something, but like I talked about in the past, we do not have a guardian temple anywhere near here at the moment. I think I have like two prismarine sea lanterns. I think I have like 2 sea lanterns at the moment, and that's from just the drowned little temples that spawn underground, or in the sea actually. So I don't have a way to really get up here. The last thing that we are going to do is I'm not sure. I probably should test this out and make sure that the mobs aren't falling on this side, because if they do, I might have to glass all the way up. At the moment, let's just put some scaffolding blocks, turn this back on, and we'll make sure this baby is running. What we are going to do is go, I believe 3 blocks might be enough, maybe more, but we'll just add 3 blocks out. And what that is going to do is basically make it so that all the spots on the spawner are basically spawnable. It's going to lower the light level on those, so that is why we are doing this. So 1, 2, 3, boom, like that, 2, 3. So we're just going to add 3 blocks, see if that does anything, and if not, we can add another block or 2. And I think, honestly, I think in my other world, I think it was like 5 blocks that it took to get every spot spawnable on the spawner with light levels. So let's go 1. So let's do this, and once we are finished with this, we are going to check and make sure that it's dark on the spawner points or spawner pads, whatever you want to call them. And if it is, then we are good to go, and this thing should be running. I was super confused why like it wasn't in the beginning, but I'm gonna leave that scaffolding for the moment, and we can change that over later. But we got this last little strip here, so we're almost done, and we can go down and see if we did the trick here. So let's take that block and that block and that block, and as you can see, it's a little bit darker, but right here is definitely not spawnable during the day, so we probably need 2 more. So I'll just jump cut to when I'm done, and I'll see you then. Alright guys, so that is the mob farm fully finished. The top actually took about like 8 or 9 blocks. I kind of stopped counting, but it did take quite a few. So I kind of want to see, oh, there you go. You can see some of those mobs are spawning, and something I'm noticing is that as you can see, spiders are getting trapped over there on the side. So I'm thinking I might have to either add, basically add a block because, block out, sorry, because of this area right here is not 2x2. I might have to do that, or I could just, kind of just glass it off, but that's something I don't really want to do or kind of work with. So I think I'm going to let this go for quite a bit, and I know that the retaining wall is still spawnable. I really should probably put slabs on there because that will hurt the farm. So and I do have enough, so I think I'm gonna go go add what am I saying? Go add the stone bricks to the side here, and that's just going to help with spawns. So let's do this. Then it's going to be super quick, so might as well do it, and maybe it'll keep... spiders. And oh my gosh. Alright, well, let's hop up here. Oh no, that was pointless. We will hop up here, just like that, and add these stone bricks so that these are not spawnable. Mobs can't spawn on transparent blocks. So there we go, and let me just take this away too, and let me grab my ender chest, and we will just take that, and we'll leave that for right now, and when we come and fix up some things in a later episode, I can take that chest away. But really want to go down and just see how many spawns or just whatever. So I think actually to increase spawn rates, I should probably sleep so that all the other spots are non-spawnable, and then that will help a ton. And there we go. See, it's putting out a ton of mobs at the moment. So bunch of XP, bunch of drops. This is absolutely perfect. But we do need to actually... wow. So getting a little glitchy there. But we do need to actually upgrade the storage system. And we do need to, as you can see, it's getting all backed up because of all the blocks from building it. So let's take those out, and that out, and that, and that. Actually, no, that's supposed to go in there. And we will take all of this. So we'll just throw that out, and take the, what can I replace that? And that, and we will take those torches. Actually, we'll just leave those torches. We'll throw that in there, and everything else looks like it's building up. Bows, I wish you could like sort out. There needs to be a easy way to sort out of hoppers. Something that would be super cool is if like there was a block that like detected what things were going into hoppers, and then like it could like take them out and put them somewhere else, or like a selective hopper where it's like that would make like storage systems so easy and so quick, and that would actually be quite a cool addition to the game. Like if there was like a hopper with, if you put like, if you maybe like a crafting recipe, this is me just being creative, but if you put a crafting recipe of like maybe a 9x9 string, it gave you like mesh or something, and a mesh and a hopper gives you like a mesh hopper or like a sorting hopper or something. And maybe there's like 5 slots, and basically you put those 5 slots in there, and any of those 5, if
if the item going through the hopper is one of those 5, then it goes down instead of the other way. So yeah, as you can see, this is putting out so many mobs, so this is perfect. This is exactly what we need, because when we go to the end and get some elytra, now we have some gunpowder, because we do have quite a bit of sugarcane at the moment, and then this is also giving us quite a lot of XP. Something I would like to add though is maybe like a lever to flip off the mob farm, because there are so many mobs and so much lag created from this thing. Even though it's really only like 10 dispensers firing, it's just a lot of water updates, so it kind of creates a lot of lag. But I think right now I am going to fix this up, and then I'll come back and see you. Alright guys, so we just got done kind of cleaning up this area just a smidge. I added this right here, and I think this is actually making the ceiling look a lot better now that it's kind of all one cohesive thing and it's not just some random blue there. So this area, and that area all together makes it look a lot better. And I think once we add a little bit of the orange or the red sandstone into this build later down the road, I haven't yet found one yet, but I haven't finished this either. But we are getting some drops. This has been like 10 seconds since I did this last, so that's why there was that many in there. I've been trying to repair my chest plate as I put mending on it and mending on this as well. I did some AFK fishing and got some mending books and stuff. Alright guys, so the final thing I want to finish in this episode is actually just updating this middle map. Now that we have the mob farm, I'm just going to update it, and then I'm going to actually take this empty map and put it right here. So let's hop over to the overworld. Actually, I think I'm right over the... Oh yeah, we don't even have to go update this one. We're right here. I kind of forgot. So right there you can see that is our mob farm, and I should go put a banner on it and say like mob farm or something. But I think if I grab this and go enough, oh wait, I think if I go this way, right, and I do this map right here, now that I'm at the very bottom, if I click that, yeah, you can see it does most of this map right here. And let's just make sure we get all of the pixels at the bottom, and we did. So we can go put these maps back, and then we can call it an episode. So let's put that one right there, all updated, and that one right there. And what is that green dot though? I'm confused. So let me maybe go out of the map, and then is that like... How do I take that off? I'm confused. So I think that might have to be there because that's where our player is. So yeah, see, it still does it. So that's kind of weird. I don't really know what that is about. Like I said, it's kind of like my first time building a giant map like this, but so far it is looking super cool. We got some deep ocean over here, super blue. And we got our updated mob farm, and all of this stuff is updated over there as well. And as we branch out, obviously over here is kind of where the villagers are. So if we build our villager breeder over there, that's where they'll be. Alright guys, so I think that's it for the episode. We got a lot done today. As you can see over there in the mob farm, it is absolutely just chucking out some mobs there. So we definitely got set up on some gunpowder and all of the stuff we're going to need in terms of mob drops. And if you can see in the back, that guy's dancing. But so what I want to talk about with that before the end of the episode, we got our gunpowder and we got our sugarcane. So maybe in the next episode, I will spend a minute or two building a quick little sugarcane farm, kind of like the bamboo farm behind us, which is also chucking out some bamboo, so we can get some paper for some rockets, and we got the gunpowder for those rockets as well from the mob farm. So I think in the next few episodes we are definitely going to head to the end, get ourselves some elytra, and get going on some endgame stuff. And I definitely would love some shulker. Sorry, I can't talk. I would definitely like some shulker boxes to put into our end chest and just to have around, as those are so easy and so helpful. with some builds and stuff, because right now my inventory is just getting absolutely cluttered. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like on it, and if you really liked it, think about subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.